Hey everyone, it's Miss Jade taking over Neon Owl once again. We're here tonight with Luke Bond. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Right. I'm good. So you're here in San Francisco. I hear this is your first time at Ruby Sky.
Yeah, I've never been before. I've heard from like loads of other people and DJs and friends that it's really, really good, so I'm like super excited about it.
Alright, good deal. So are we going to get a chance to hear your new remix with Gareth Emery?
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm playing that like every set right now, so yeah, definitely, that's definitely going to be played.
So we all know that it's pretty crazy in a typical day for you guys. I mean, can you give us a little glimpse of what happens as soon as you wake up to the time you go to bed?
On tour, it's pretty crazy, but it's actually really boring. Like in the middle of the week, like it's probably the most boring life on the planet. Like it's like anything else. You're sat there at home doing taxes, studio work, emails, things like that. And then like you have this like sort of total contrast on your life, like when you go on tour, where you're literally like on the road, not much sleep, city to city, flying country to country. Then it's like that's where it becomes a bit more interesting. Yeah.
Alright, so I guess I won't become a DJ then, it sounds like.
yeah.
So how did you actually get started with it?
I started producing before I started DJing. So when I was around 16 or 17, I was in college like studying business studies or something, and I had like a laptop, and I was just literally just goofing around in my breaks all the time, like playing music and like making music, and then over time I just sort of did it more and more and more to the point where I started getting releases, and then when I started releasing my own music, it then progressed into sort of like DJ booking things off the back of that.
Did you always like electronic music? Or?
Oh, since I was like 8, yeah. Yeah, like all this, like back when I was like 8, like in Europe, I listened to all this really like cheesy dance Euro pop. I remember when like Darude's Sandstorm first came out, when I think it was like, I was like 10 when it first came out, and I was like, this is amazing. You know, like loving life. So yeah, I've always been into electronic music like since I was very young. Yeah.
Okay. So for somebody who's wanting to follow in your footsteps, do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, don't worry about DJing. Just focus all your time on music production, like learning about music and writing music, and be like if you can do that, like a lot of the stuff will just come together like really easily. So yeah, definitely. I say that to everyone. People are like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? Like just music production.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good deal. So you've done a lot of different collaborations with a lot of big names. When you're actually starting one, how do you guys decide what kind of sound you want on your track?
It usually starts with a musical idea, and then it sort of just organically, the sort of sound that we put with it just sort of organically clicks with it. So it'll like depend on what we're doing. Like, for example, the collaboration with Gareth, like he's obviously been, I'm a fan of his sound, he's a fan of my sound, and we took each other's musical ideas and sort of like did what we felt was right for it on the sound right, like in terms of sound. So that was a really easy, like, that came together really easily, that track, because we both know exactly what we do. We were like, me and Gareth, like exactly the same thing in terms of music. So we were like, yep, done. That was amazing. Yeah, it was really, really easy.
Now, you've traveled around the world at different festivals and clubs. Are there any that have stuck out in your mind?
Vegas is always super fun. It's a bit different to normal clubs. Like a set I play in Vegas is a bit more open format compared to like a typical sort of trance-based event. But yeah, it's just Vegas is wild. It's like stepping into like an alternative reality, and when you leave, you're like, what happened there for a few days? It's great fun. But other than that, there's some great clubs. I mean, like the actual quality of nightclubs, especially like around Asia and places of like really sort of go up several levels now. So yeah, I mean, there's so many great places. It's hard to say one, really. It's really hard.
Do you even get nervous before you go on?
Oh, totally, yeah. Yeah, you'll see me with like a vodka in my hand, like I'm drinking, like, having a few sips of that before I go on, like gulping it down to make sure I'm all good. Yeah, definitely, totally getting nervous, especially when it's somewhere I've never played before. If it's somewhere that I've played before a few times, and I know what the crowd and what sort of stuff that people go for, I'm a bit more relaxed. But especially if it's a new place, I'm definitely a little bit on the nervous side. But
do you have any weird rituals that you like to do before you go on?
I don't have any weird rituals. Like all I need is a bit of space. So like I found before in the past, like if I've done a show where I've like had to rush from one place to another and not had any sort of space or downtime between the show or whatever, I find I tend to like screw up. Like I'll make a mistake and stuff. But if I've had a bit of time to just sort of chill and like relax and just get my head together, I'm absolutely fine. Yeah.
So when you're up there, what is it that you want your fans to feel when they're listening?
Just epic. Yeah, just energy and like great. Like I'm a big fan of just great melodies and just high energy. So just people just have their face blown with epicness, basically.
So a lot of your sound is trance, progressive house.
Mm.
Did you know that you always wanted to do that genre, or how did that come about?
I'm not really a genre person, I'm a musical person, so like I'm not a person who will go, right, today I'm going to make a trance track because it's trance. I will start, all my songs start with musical ideas, and I will put it in the style of like the genre of music that I feel suits best for that musical idea. So I'm not a person like to be expected as like I'm a trance guy or I'm a progressive house guy, or I mean some of the new stuff I'm working on is even slower, it's like 110 BPMs on my new projects, but it's real music, like it's pure like just chords and melodies and stuff. So I try not to pigeonhole myself into a certain genre. I mean, obviously I've got a lot of sort of fans in the trance scene because I'm a very musical person. I like stuff that's very melodic, and that's what trance is typically known for. But yeah, I mean, I'm just a musical person, so I don't tend to think about that sort of stuff. I just sort of, I'll execute a musical idea and what I see is best, because there's some ideas that may work more trancey and there's some that may work a bit more with other sort of sounds instead, so.
Alright, so you've been in the industry for a little bit now. What is something that you think the industry could use more of or less of?
I mean, in trance, I feel there's a bit of a lack of creativity at the moment. I definitely feel like there's a lot more room for some fresh ideas. I hear a lot of tracks, and like when I go to do a bit like going through promos for my DJ sets, I just find a lot of stuff sounds really like the same. It's all a bit like copy and paste, and it's really similar. So I'm like, I think people need to sort of step out their comfort zones a little bit, especially from like producing, and try stuff that you wouldn't normally expect and things like that. That's why I found I've been sort of taking tracks from other genres, because I find there's a lot more creativity going on, like more progressive house, even like electro and things like that. There's some really like a lot of creativity going into that sort of sound, whereas I feel trance needs a bit more, hasn't had a bit of a creative spark for a few years now, so it definitely needs a bit more of that, I think.
Good to know. So now that we've gotten through the easy questions, are you ready for some tougher ones? You sure?
Always, go on then.
Alright. Describe yourself in one word.
Crazy. Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
No, I'm not one of the, yeah, I tend to, yeah, I'm not like a very tame person. I tend to, people know me, I like to party a lot.
That's okay.
I like to work hard,
you live life,
work hard, party hard, you know?
Do your friends and family have any fun nicknames for you?
My friends all call me Bondy, which is like a very sort of English typical name that they all call me, like since I've like young, and like even Gareth and everyone all that calls me that, like all my management team and all my friends, yeah, they all call me that, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Name one thing on your bucket list.
To play a really big festival. I haven't done many festivals yet. I've done tons of club shows, but I've only, my sort of festivals has been sort of non-existent until this year, so.
So what's on the wish list then for a festival?
Definitely like a big US festival. Yeah.
Okay, EDC's coming up.
Yeah.
Alright, and if you were told that you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Chinese food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What in Chinese food do you like?
Sweet sour pork, I love like crispy duck. I can eat that stuff all day.
Okay, stop. Now I'm hungry, so okay.
Yeah.
Alright, pick a color that describes you and why.
I don't know if it describes me, but for some reason I really like purple. I don't know why. I just like purple. For some reason I can't in my head like consciously think why I like this color, but I just like it for some reason.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you have any hidden talents that we don't know about?
Hidden talents? Not that I know of. Yeah, I don't know.
Can you like wiggle your ears or something?
No.
Anything, right?
Trust me, if I could do all that sort of stuff, I'd be doing it on stage as part of my act and stuff. So.
Good deal.
Some people like to throw cakes. I can start wiggling my ears or something, you know.
Okay, if you could have one superhuman power, what would it be?
Teleportation. I hate flying. Well, I don't mind flying. I just don't like long journeys.
I was gonna say, don't you fly all the time?
I fly all the time, yeah. But like flying itself's okay, but I just don't like waiting for ages to get somewhere. I'm very impatient.
Current celebrity crush.
I do have. I'm really bad with names of celebrities.
What movie was she in? Or he? I don't care. Whatever.
I can't remember the movie now. I'm really bad at stuff like that as well. Like I'll see stuff, I'll watch things on planes and stuff, and I'll be like, yeah, she's really hot. And then I'll completely forget what I watched.
Looking back at your childhood, what's one of your favorite memories?
My childhood? I had a great childhood. I was such a simple kid. I used to love going out, like build go-karts and stuff, like go out and play all the time. I was like part of loads of clubs. Like I was like an air cadet when I was like 13, so I was like we were like when I was like 14, I flew a glider when I was like, as a kid, and all these sort of fun stuff. Yeah, I was a very like active kid. I was running around all over the place and doing backflips and stuff, so like climbing trees, that sort of.
The crazy.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Name one thing that you're grateful for.
Being able to do this for a living. Yeah. I mean, if I saw myself 5 years ago and said, "Oh, you're going to be doing this for 5 years," I would laugh in my own face. Like, yeah.
What would you think you would have been doing if you weren't DJing?
It would definitely be something creative, and some of it, I'm a very geeky person as well, so I'm very geeky. So it would have been something to do with computers or in the creative industry, and you know, maybe like web design or something. I don't know, something like that, or like, you know, making an app or something like that. That would be something probably I would have done.
I feel like everybody's trying to make an app now and get rich.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It would have been something in that sector, but yeah, I definitely have to do something that involves a level of creativity to it. And, you know, be able to apply yourself technically to an extent. So yeah. All right.
Well, for your fans that are listening, what would you like to say to them?
Thank you guys for all the support. Especially over the last sort of couple of years, I've had so much amazing support from loads of people. I get messages like every day from people like saying how much they appreciate my music, and got people through like hard times and stuff. So just keep supporting. Really appreciate it, and thank you.
All right. Well, we'd like to end on a positive note. Neon Owl, we're very big on giving back to the community. Are there any causes that you're very passionate about?
Well, actually, my younger brother, my younger brother's autistic. Not very much, but he's autistic. So I've always like been a huge supporter of like the National Autistic Society for like children and stuff like that. So definitely that would be something that I would, you know, would like to put a lot of time back into.
Absolutely, good to hear. Well, I think that's all the time we've got for today, but before we go, what's the best way for your fans to keep in touch with you?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. My username for everything is It's Luke Bond, so just my name with "it's" in front of it. So yeah, add me on everything. I'm on it all the time, every day, especially Snapchat. I definitely recommend Snapchat because that's like real stuff. It's like all me. It's not like done from management, it's totally me. So yeah, keep in touch.
Sure, sounds good. Alright guys, well that's a wrap here with Luke Bond, and we're going to get ready to head over to Ruby Sky to catch his killer set. So thanks for joining us. I'm Miss Jade with Neon Owl.
See ya.